All right, so this video here is going to be covering pretty much everything, everything on a high level when it comes to creating an offer. We're going to go over the 4 key pillars based on Alex Hormozi's value formula, the implementation system, how to check if your offer is fulfilling all of these requirements, and if it is valuable. So yeah, let's just get right into it at the start here. So the irresistible offer blueprint, and the core problem most people have with their offers and why they're struggling is because they simply treat it as an exchange of information for money and nothing beyond that. An irresistible offer is not just a product, it's a vehicle designed to take a specific person from their current painful reality to their desired future state. That is the kind of general idea, the high level idea. And this is all based on the value perception formula that I've kind of listed out here below and mentioned. But the idea here is that an offer's value is determined by a simple formula. Our job is not to invent the value, but to engineer it by systematically maximizing the positive variables and minimizing the negative ones in the customer's mind. So that is the general idea there. And here are the 4 main pillars when it comes to creating an offer. And we're just going to get right into the first one here. So first, you want to clearly define the destination. So this is the ultimate after state the customer desires when purchasing your product, whether it be some kind of a coaching offer or whatever it may be. And it must be specific, tangible, and emotionally resonant to them. So it must relate to them. We don't want to guess what it is. We extract it directly from the market's own words by analyzing their pains, frustrations, and stated goals. So through stuff like research, talking to people that are looking to achieve that specific thing, whatever it may be, just doing a bunch of research. And then pillar 2, engineering belief and certainty. So a dream outcome is worthless if the customer doesn't believe it's achievable for them. So this pillar is about pretty much systematically building out proof and removing all the perceived risk that your offer has. So it essentially makes success feel inevitable to them when they are purchasing your product. So there's a bunch of ways to do this. I'm not going to dive into that deep in this video. This is more so meant to just be a high level overview, but yeah. And then we have pillar 3 here, decreasing the time to result. People pay for speed. The value of an offer increases dramatically the faster it can deliver the promised outcome. We achieve this by providing shortcuts, systems, and templates that eliminate guesswork and wasted time. So essentially, anywhere where you could short circuit the amount of times that it takes to achieve something, people will pay more for that. For example, let's say you had a fat loss coaching offer and you had some kind of a system that you could help them lose 10 kilograms in 1 week, which is, I don't even know if that's possible, maybe through water weight, which is super dangerous, but let's say it was possible, that the value of an offer like that would be much higher compared to someone who is telling you that you could lose like 10 kilograms over 2 years. Like obviously, it's just like intrinsic speed is very important in kind of raising the perceived value of your offer in your customer's mind. So yeah. And then we have pillar 4 here, minimizing customer effort. So the less effort and sacrifice required from the customer to achieve the outcome, the more valuable the offer becomes. So this is simply all about removing friction, complexity, and giving them a lot of support throughout their journey. So these are the 4 key pillars in creating a solid offer. And then, yeah, all these components are very important. You will struggle if you are missing one of these components because people literally look for anything that could be wrong with your offer. Even people that are not so skeptical of you, they always kind of are subconsciously looking for something wrong with it. So you need all of these dialed in. And like I mentioned before, this is all based on Alex Hormozi's formula here. Pretty much all of these pillars are covered within this equation. And the idea of this equation is you have dream outcome, perceived likelihood of achievement in the numerator. So the higher these are, the bigger the value of your offer, and then the smaller effort and sacrifice and time delay are, the larger the value of your offer is as well. So that's how you could kind of think about it in mathematical terms if you like thinking about it that way. I find this actually pretty easy to think about, but I know some people don't like it. But yeah, these are the 4 pillars. And in terms of the implementation system, so system 1 is stacking the value. So you don't just want to sell a single thing. We want to present a stack of solutions where each component is designed to solve a specific problem related to one of the main 4 pillars here. So the core method, the main teaching or service, implementation assets, so stuff like templates, scripts, checklists, it just depends on what you're selling once again. Support and community, so coaching calls, private groups, this increases the belief. And then you have accountability, so progress tracking, check-ins, all that stuff increases belief and decreases the amount of time for them to achieve results because obviously someone is like being accountable for them, right? So yeah. And then you have system 2, architecting the guarantee. The guarantee is the ultimate tool for increasing the likelihood of achievement. Its sole purpose is to transfer the risk of failure from the buyer to the seller, which demonstrates extreme confidence in the process. A strong guarantee makes a decision to buy way too logical and not just emotional. But the idea here is, with a guarantee, you want it to be essentially very black and white. So there's a bunch of different ways you could architect something like this, whether it be conditional or whatever. But you want your guarantee to be black and white. You don't want it to be something that is subjective. For example, you have one person that looks at the result of the coaching program and another person looks at it and they basically come to different conclusions. You want this to be very black and white. So that's a very key component for a guarantee here. System 3, strategic bonuses. Bonuses should not be random. Each bonus should be a self-contained solution to a specific objection or hurdle a customer might face. For example, if a customer's hurdle is, I don't have time, a bonus could be the 15-minute daily workflow. This is a pretty bad example, but it should kind of get the point across. And then we have system 4, compelling a decision. So even the best offer needs a catalyst for action. Ethical scarcity, limiting spots to ensure quality and urgency. For example, a deadline, are mechanisms that force the decision, preventing procrastination. And once again, there is nuance to this. Fake scarcity, depending on how much experience you have, you probably know it doesn't work by now. You've probably seen the meme of people that, for example, say there's like limited copies of an ebook remaining. Like, it has to make sense. It can't be fake scarcity. Try to engineer it to be real, and then it will work a lot better. So yeah. And then the offer finalization checklist. So all the stuff you have to check before launching your offer. Make sure everything's dialed in. Make sure there's no gaps that your customers could spot. Pretty much before launching your offer must pass this simple test down here. So you have to make sure there is clarity in your offer. Is the point A to B transformation crystal clear? Belief, does the guarantee and proof make the outcome feel certain? Efficiency, does the offer provide a clear shortcut that saves time and effort? Action, is there a compelling reason for the customer to act now? So once all of these things are dialed in, it makes it feel like a no-brainer for your customer, and they just kind of go in and pull the trigger because they're very certain. So your next step, obviously, just kind of use this video here as a high-level overview of the actual implementation system, the checklist, pretty much all of the 4 main pillars that should go into your offer on a high level, and make sure yours contains all of it before launching your next one to make sure everything goes smoothly and obviously it runs well. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Hopefully some of you guys learned something. I know the way I explain could be pretty fast sometimes, but yeah, this is pretty much the main idea behind engineering an offer, and there is more nuance to it. I'm gonna go in deeper in kind of future videos and stuff like that, but this is the high level overview for now.